After
no. You cannot be.
Oh,
No.
wow.
No.
this is her at the graduation, and that's one of the pictures that I really was tripping on. But he making a good point. A regular life is probably like that. But watch this. That's why we all are in chaos, because we accept this as regular. Have you noticed? I didn't say she didn't love her son or nothing like that.
Yeah, right.
I didn't say that, but I'm saying if she's in public at a graduation like that, I'm not worried about her son graduating. I'm worried about what's she doing after this.
Corey Holcomb drops bombs on Toni Braxton's graduation outfit. You know, there's a time and a place.
Let me give you an example. This is such an, oh my God, I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe, does she even notice this? I want to talk about Toni Braxton. Abe, do you have that picture of Toni Braxton at her son's graduation? Yeah. Put that picture up of Toni Braxton at her son's graduation. Just please put it up. I can't believe that you would go to your son's graduation this way. I remember when I went to my brother's wedding, and everybody was trying to take pictures of me. And I felt so weird.
Yeah.
I was like, it's his wedding. My brother and his wife is right there. Why is the line to take pictures with me?
That alone is just a given. That just comes with the territory.
But
Where do you see what she got on?
there's no protocol. You get what I mean?
Right. People don't go, hey, Corey, I'd love to take a picture. Like maybe on the way out or
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah.
Something like that, right? People don't want to, they just don't want to
You don't know respect. You don't
they
know
wanna practice it.
protocol. This is why society is in chaos like it is. And I'm saying, like, this is an example of how society is failing. Whenever Abe gets this picture up, because, hey, Nail, come here. I didn't mean to call you like that. That sounded weird when I thought about it. I was like, God damn, I said, right.
Come here, boy.
That ain't how you talk to a man.
Close the door.
Right. But look, after
No. You cannot
Oh,
be. No.
wow.
Like, no.
this is her at the graduation. And that's one of the pictures that I really was tripping on, but
Is that at the school or
look,
is that
this
a
is the
private
second
party?
picture I want
I
them
mean,
to
not
show.
that it's
Right.
okay, but
this
I'm
is the
trying to
second
figure
picture
that
I
out.
want them to show. Make
Where's
sure
that
Abe
at?
has that picture. Abe, that's the picture you have. You don't have the other one, right?
That's wild.
Whoa.
No, this is her at her son's graduation. And you want to talk about the deterioration of society. The deterioration of society. This is an example of it. When you are at your son's graduation like that, and we're not even going to talk about her age
You got to be the center of attention.
What is she, sick?
and her illness.
What's wrong with her?
She's got
never
a
mind.
sickle cell, isn't it? Is it sickle cell?
Lupus is what Toni Braxton has. Debilitating autoimmune disease. It's a terrible, terrible thing. I mean, she looks good for her age, but wow, look at that. That's kind of crazy. What message is she trying to send?
This is the picture.
Oh, wow. No.
Do you see that at her son's graduation like that? This is why society is in chaos, because I bet nobody there who is a loved one of her is going to say, you're really dressed inappropriately for a graduation ceremony of your son.
Wow.
I don't care if you're an R&B singer. I don't care if you're a stripper. You ain't got no business showing up like that at your son's graduation. Doesn't that gown say Howard?
Yeah.
Yep. It don't matter which one or where it's at. It could have been.
They should have escorted her out.
Wow.
They should have escorted her out. Like, what is wrong with you, man? There's a graduation for this young man. Look, and ain't it ironic?
Howard.
Ain't it ironic that she had a song called He Wasn't Man Enough for Me?
Yeah.
Ain't it ironic that He Wasn't Man Enough for Me was one of her hits? This is what happened when you ain't got a man in the house. That's her son.
Who's that?
That's that boy.
That's the same. Wait.
These is his pictures that he has online. It gets worse. But I'm just showing you, he wasn't man enough for me. But out. Now, am I saying something? I'm showing something. Because everybody wants to say, Corey, you crazy. You do this. You do that. No, I am watching the deterioration of society. This is what happens when you raise your son in a way where you're at his graduation dressed like that. Here's your son. Do you see this? Do I need to say more? Because everybody wants to talk about, oh, Corey, you foul, you this, you. I'm like, this is what happens when you don't have a real man in your son's life. Because no boy could grow up in a house with pictures like this on Instagram. With me? Not with me. I tell the boy, when you get out and you face the world alone, you face the world trying to make it happen for yourself, then if you want to do this, then you do that. But you're not going to portray boo-booic blood bait.
Boo-booic.
From my computers at my house.
Boo-booic is crazy.
Boo-booic blood bait. That's a boo-booic blood bait picture. All you gotta do is look at that picture. The homie who came in. If this was your son, would you feel good if he had pictures like this on the internet? He said that's the look. You might know him.
He looked like Vega from Street Fighter.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
See? He know him. He live out here? That's who? Look at this picture right there.
Oh, okay. So they know
He a
him.
big time model.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Oh.
I'm asking you. So, I don't know if you got kids. I got a daughter. Oh, you got a daughter, so it ain't the same thing. But I'm just saying, this is what I would say. If this was my son, I would be very concerned because of the pictures. And I like the fact that you are neutral and know him.
Yeah. Then.
I would be very concerned. He's an athlete.
Oh, so he's just got.
I love to hear that. He's an athlete.
So he's got the androgynous look.
He chose to go that route because he was big into fashion when he was young, and he got approached by Louis Vuitton.
Oh, so perfect timing. Look at that.
Louis Vuitton, because of his mother's contacts.
I don't know about that, but
Oh,
he went to a show with a kid named Sky Clark.
Sky Clark.
Yeah, Hooper. He was nice. Sky is nice. Yeah.
Sky Clark, he played ball for UCLA?
He's nice. He's a point guard.
I would love to see who that is. It's not going to be a picture like that, is it?
No, he got long hair, though. Don't he? He got a lot of hair. Yeah.
Well, it's a lot of people got long hair. Yeah. Craig trying to get his like yours.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
That is a scary picture right there.
That's him, right?
But it does shed light. You said he models. Yeah, I know about the modeling world out here. It's a cold game. Especially if you're a heterosexual male in this modeling game out here. You know how cold it is. Because I know some guys who came out here as models.
Left is.
They say I couldn't with it because I was about to do some things because motherfuckers was playing with them. They want certain type of pictures. They want to be in that life.
That's crazy.
But that's amazing. Ain't that crazy? He knew him. He knew him.
Yeah. I tried to
This
model.
LA though. LA is a small community.
Yeah.
If you really,
I tried to
But
model.
somebody.
Yeah, Scott.
Well, who's got?
I know you trained a super jump shot. That's super jump shot. We had your daddy up here last week. This week, they don't know who you are, but you one of the guys who be up here who you know a lot about LA. Yeah, you know a lot about LA. He one of the guys out here in LA. For everybody from Chicago, the people who come through here at the Coin Academy, they know a lot of the guys. But I will say this, I'm very concerned. You see that? You went in here. You see what his mother got on at his graduation? Now I know you know them people. So you don't know her. You don't know her. If your mother came to your graduation like that, would that make you feel weird? But then again, were you older?
Yeah, what are you doing, mama?
Yeah.
I just respect, brother. I just know that society has no, oh, chill out. That's out of bounds.
Right.
How long she been in that entertainment world?
But it's
He making a good point. Her regular life is probably like that. But watch this. That's why we all are in chaos, because we accept this as regular.
for her because
Have you noticed? I didn't say she didn't love her son or nothing like that.
Right.
Yeah, right.
I didn't say that, but I'm saying if she's in public at a graduation like that, I'm not worried about her son graduating. I'm worried about what she doing after this.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm worried about what she doing after this. I'll put it like this. I get a lot of static, as people will say, Corey is shitting on them. Corey is not shitting on them. Corey is speaking about society's chaos. And with that being the way we are as we are in society and project ourselves to society, we are in chaos. Chaos. God damn it. Might talk about me, but one thing you're not going to talk about, my masculinity, I don't make excuses for that. And I know that America has trained us to make excuses for being masculine, but I don't make excuses for my masculinity. In fact, I think masculinity needs to be the head of the horse when it comes to family dynamics, because a house without masculinity is a house without no discipline. What is the opposite of masculinity? Is there an opposite of masculinity?
Should ask masculinity? I don't know. What the f is the opposite of femininity?
Femininity. If the house is led feminine, this is what happens. This is my opinion, and I know it to have some factual significance to it. Is that a word that I just created?
wow. Shit,
Factual is a word.
Factual significance.
Factual.
A house that's led with femininity
Factual.
is a house headed down the hill with no brakes, 100 miles per hour.
Yeah.
And the only way you stop is when you hit the ground. That's a house led by femininity. A house led by a masculine man, it is my opinion that a man will do what he got to do to make sure his family is on the right track.
What about a house led by a feminine man or a masculine woman?
A house led by a masculine woman is a feminine house.
Right.
Toni Braxton is 57 years old. Let that sink in. I remember when her first song came out, but she is 57 now. What kind of example is that for the younger women? We can't really say nothing to younger women if we got 57-year-old women out here dressed like Toni Braxton. She's dressed like one of the Pussycat Dolls or something. Are the Pussycat Dolls even out anymore? What happened to them? Somebody check on Nicole Scherzinger. If you think about it, the modeling industry for some reason has always been more into this androgynous type of look, aesthetic. And that seems to be what he's leaning into. Obviously, this is nothing about the kid's sexuality. Who knows? But it definitely does portray that image. And that makes total sense if he's involved in that modeling industry. A lot of strange stuff happens in the modeling industry. And it's unfortunate. Yeah, there's definitely some things that have been relaxed in the household. And you can see this in single mother households where the son is allowed to somehow the son always ends up worse off by not having a strong male figure in their lives, by not having a man in the household on a daily basis. It's not about policing somebody's activity. If they're going to do that, they're going to do that. But it does seem that far more often, especially in young black males' lives, when they don't have a positive male influence, there is a lot of questionable behavior. You know, you may say, well, that's just a hairstyle, but it is projecting a certain image. And I wonder if a mother is a lot more lax and being like, yeah, go ahead, do your thing. You know, I'm gonna still love you regardless of what it is. But is that the best decision for these children? Anyway, so what do you think? Was that an appropriate outfit for graduation for your son? Are you taking away, and this is something I noticed with older women right now, we're starting to see a culture of attention grabbing, that if you can do it, you will. Like we said, doesn't mean Toni doesn't look good for her age at 57. But that being said, like, should there be some type of evolution? Should she be on something different? Like, there are women in 57 that have grandkids, you know, like that are entering a different part of their life. And we should honor all these parts of life. You shouldn't be trying to be younger just because you're in the music industry, just because you once were this sex symbol. You know, you're taking away the moment from your son, because now everybody's talking about this instead of talking about the fact that your son had a great accomplishment by finishing up at Howard University. So anyway, best of luck to all concerned. Best of luck to her son. Corey Holcomb brings up some good points about masculinity in the home. Like, when are we going to get back to a place? Like, we've been seeing this go down one path for so long, and we haven't seen a reversal. We haven't seen anything change, especially in the Black community. But let me know what you think about it in the comments. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. Hit the bell notification for all uploads. If you want to watch more, please watch one of these videos down below. This is Faucette Media.